Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what we've got today. We have the Engineer. Okay, not hammer. Not hammer. Give me a wrench or screwdriver. Come on. Okay, we can do it. Screwdriver is fine. This is a much harder character if you have to actually attack with weapons compared to using constructs, so pretty happy with this roll. And construct builds, engineering builds in general, are already disadvantaged in Abyssal Terrors. I'm just going to let my constructs kill that spawn pod of enemies over there. I need to try to get as much income as we can. So we're trying to let these guys get killed. Only 56 with 2 weapons and a construct and multiple constructs on the field is actually pretty unlucky. We're expected to find more money than that off the first wave in general. I could take engineering here, but I'm going to roll for harvesting. Okay, I'm going to roll for luck. So we'll pick up some luck. Then, of course, we have to recycle this wrench. Actually, I could have rolled one more time, maybe, because we had the extra money from the wrench. Normally, I only like to roll twice off the first shop, but when we have this character, we have to recycle the wrench to use all screwdrivers for the random run. So we have a little bit more money to play with in the first couple shops. Screwdriver is a very cheap weapon, so the nice thing is you're fairly likely to be able to find a lot of screwdrivers, as we did there. We found 5. And start getting them leveled up, which is really important for this weapon to actually function. So, to make Screwdriver a good weapon, you just want to scale it with engineering, because we have plenty of engineering, and the engineer gets engineering bonuses, of course. And we just need a little bit of attack speed, maybe some crit chance, and construct spawn speed, and then we should be able to just kill things both with our weapon attacks and with our construct spawns. I'm going to roll here, looking for harvesting. Okay, we finally found some. A level 2 screwdriver is pretty nice as well. I have an interesting choice to make here, actually. So I could buy the level 1, lock the level 2, and buy the plant, because we have exactly 31. Or I could buy the level 2 screwdriver, maybe get a few more kills next wave. But the likelihood of rolling a level 1 screwdriver in the next shop is very high, and the likelihood of rolling a level 2 screwdriver is quite low. So by locking this one, I increase the chances that I'm going to find another screwdriver in the next shop. So we can make sure that we are maximizing the chances of increasing our weapon levels. I could have re-rolled there to try to lock another level 1 screwdriver, but I think just buying the plant is better. Gets me an extra shop slot for another possible item, and we now have 8 total weapon levels, which is what you kind of want out of a very cheap weapon like screwdriver. Like, that's kind of the best case scenario. We will be leaving materials on the ground because obviously our constructs are killing stuff all over. So we will have to deal with that. Let's roll. Again, I'm looking for harvesting. I missed twice. I'm just going to take the 5 crit chance here. Screwdriver is a weapon that does fairly well with critical hit. And then we'll take some engineering and just increase our weapons. And here you can see my plan worked out perfectly. And we got another level 1 screwdriver in addition to the level 2. So that's why we went with it in that order. Let's go ahead and combine and buy another one, and then we will take a tree. The whistle I'm going to leave locked. I'm going to reroll again. We're guaranteed to see 1 weapon in the shop on the Wave 3 shop, so the chance of being able to level up our screwdrivers is pretty high. Screwdriver is a weapon that you really want to level up. The spawn speed of the landmines goes up by 3 seconds every weapon level, and the damage of the screwdrivers goes up by a fair amount by when you level them up, and the actual attacks with these weapons are pretty important as well. Because it scales off of engineering, the amount of damage that even the engineer, who's not normally great at attacking with his weapons, does with screwdriver is pretty high, so we can benefit a lot from leveling this. A turret, amazing find. Obviously, any constructs we find are really good in this engineering build. Then I'm going to reroll because I really want to hit 21 harvesting. So on our level 5 level, we're going to roll for the 8 harvesting. And hopefully next level we can find 5 more and hit our 21 mark. Take a screwdriver and a whistle. Percent damage is still pretty good for this character because our weapon attacks are still fairly important for us. But I'm going to roll past the injection because I think there's better stuff we can find. Bag, I will grab for sure. Peaceful Bee, we definitely want as well. Alien Worm is interesting. We have no consumable heal currently, but I do want to increase my regeneration and max HP. I think I won't lock the Alien Worm, though. I think I have been trying to buy that item a little bit more because I think I was undervaluing it before. There are cases where it's good to buy it. But I think I have now overcompensated to the point where I'm overvaluing the Alien Worm, and I need to make a conscious effort to pull my evaluation of that item back to a realistic level. Consumable healing is so incredibly good, you really don't want to reduce it. So only if you need both the regen and the max HP quite badly, and if you have enough consumable healing to be able to still heal reliably, should you buy Alien Worm, and I think I've been buying it a little bit too much in some of my more recent videos. Making 181 this wave, that's awesome. That's a lot of materials for wave 5 on the Abyss. That's like 20 or 30 more than the sort of expectation. We'll take a tree here. Then I'm going to reroll, looking for harvesting. Perfect. And now I'm going to take some attack speed because I want my weapon attacks to start actually being effective as well. Another turret is an amazing find. A Peaceful Bee is great. We can build melee damage, but all of our damage modifications are reduced by 50%. So building like 1.5 damage with the goat skull, and then it's reduced by 50% further because screwdrivers only scale with 50% melee damage. It's just not a very efficient way to increase our damage, so we just want to improve our engineering instead. Let's roll here. And great, another level on our screwdrivers, going up to actually 2 more levels. Celery tea this early, I think we are going to buy as well. We have exactly the right amount of money for it, and my clear speed is not bad at this point. I'm actually pretty happy with where we're at in terms of clear speed, so I think we're going to be able to kill the enemies even with their increased health fairly reliably. So we're going to get quite a lot of bonus XP this level as we kill all of the enemies with the plus 50% XP this level, and then we will also gain XP over time. So the celery tea is going to be a pretty nice economy item. When you find it on, I think usually wave 5 is the last wave I would buy it on, so this is kind of the last chance for celery tea. Gotta heal up here, I need to be a little careful because the celery tea is making it slower for me to kill enemies and putting me in a little danger. But I think that was the last wave where I would usually buy that item, but it was good enough here, especially because our wave clear was already pretty good. We're going to recycle this mutation. I'm going to take some movement speed, because right now my movement speed is terrible. And then I could take 4% damage here, because remember, the engineer has reduced damage modifications. That's both flat damage, like melee ranged and elemental damage, and percentage damage. So while we still do want to boost our percentage damage, it's not as important as boosting our engineering and attack speed in order to increase our screwdriver's damage. I'm going to reroll here. We could take armor, attack speed, or damage, but I think we can get a good level 2 upgrade. I'll take crit chance as well. That's fine. Screwdriver has 2x critical damage, so it's worth... it is worth building crit damage on this weapon. And it's a way to increase its base damage that doesn't involve having to build percent damage, which is harder to build. I'm going to go ahead and combine here and buy another screwdriver and take a Peaceful Bee and then roll. Another incendiary turret. That's another construct, so that's amazing. But I'm going to take the wheelbarrow first. Padding, 80 materials for 3 HP. I just don't think it's worth it. So I'm going to reroll once here and level our weapons. And for 10 with an item locked already, let's just go to the next wave. I think on Abyssal Terrors, Screwdriver might be the easiest weapon for Engineer, easier than Wrench, because it gives you the option to kill elites a little more easily. Now, you still won't be able to super effectively, but it makes it more likely than the Wrench build. I need to boost my armor, because we bought the wheelbarrow and have negative armor now, which is almost unplayable on this map. And then also, we will need to boost our regeneration before we have to fight boss waves. Trying to pull enemies towards our constructs in the center of the map so that we make good money here. Spyglass, when it shows up in a box, I'm going to take it. This item usually takes a really long time to pay off if you have to purchase it, because the amount of discount that you get from it is not that high. But when you find it in a box, obviously it's going to pay out 14 materials pretty quickly. I'm going to take 9 HP here, I think. My max HP is very low, so I want to improve that. We'll take the treasure map and incendiary turret. I'm going to roll here. Take another turret. That's great. Losing move speed is bad, but increasing regeneration is good, so we're going to take the reinforced steel as well. This is a fairly inefficient item, but for the engineer, I think still worth picking up. And then both of these are great, so we're going to take the duct tape, of course, and the weird ghost as well. So next on the agenda is armor. That's the number one stat that we need. One nice thing is we found a decent number of constructs, just construct items, so we have a pretty good base of operations to fight from if we start being in trouble. I'd like a little more movement speed. Another thing that makes engineering builds and the engineer itself a little bit more difficult on this map compared to the other map is that there are fewer enemies that run towards you in a slow, straight line. You have to do a lot more charging after and focusing down specific enemies. So it's harder for your construct to just kill all of the enemies for you and for you to not have to actually help with it. Lemonade is great. We definitely want consumable heal. And metal, of course, also amazing. That zeroes out our armor, which is perfect. I'm going to recycle the energy bracelet here. We could start building dodge. We have 8% dodge. I need armor a lot more than I need dodge. I typically prioritize armor before dodge very heavily on this map. But when you already have some dodge, future points get better. So I think we're going to start doing that. Okay, change of plans. Everything has sort of changed now because we got the best item in the game. We pick up Black Flag, so that's going to give us a lot of money if we can just boost our curse even a little bit. So all we have to do now is survive, and the Black Flag is going to fix our economy. So basically all we have to do is just live, and we'll be in great shape. I will take the Insanity here. Like I said, crit chance on the screwdrivers is still pretty good. Pocket Factory is obviously an amazing find for the engineer, because we get a lot of bonus damage from our constructs. I don't think I want 35 for 1 HP, so I'm going to reroll here and take a Landmines. Tentacle is actually a pretty good way to heal with the screwdriver, because it has high base crit. And we'll take a Small Fish as well to kill enemies a little bit faster. So I don't have a good way to heal with my Weird Ghost yet. I'm just waiting for my 6 regeneration to very slowly tick my HP back. But you can see that that was still plenty to keep us safe. As long as I found a consumable, we were fine. Because we have all these constructs, I can let all the eggs hatch. The construct damage will be plenty to kill the big slashers. And enough of the eggs will die naturally that we won't have to actually spend our damage on it. But a lot of our damage is AoE because it's all from the incendiary turret and the landmines. So we make a little extra money by letting a few of the eggs hatch here. Gotta kill as many cursed enemies as we can as well because we have Black Flag, so we make more money that way. Just need a little bit of armor, and then we're in amazing shape. And the duct tape helps a ton. I don't love losing luck here, but I do want to boost my move speed. We're only at 5%, so we'll take the Terrified Onion. Then I'm going to reroll. Do I take 4% damage? I think so. Our damage is very low, so even... our percent damage is very low, so even small boosts to it are still worth it. If we can get this to like 20%, it's still a pretty big boost to our damage. Then we will take some armor here. I'm going to buy this entire shop. The defective steroids is only a quarter of a damage for each of our weapons, but the 2 HP is pretty relevant as well. Nail is great. This just boosts the weapon damage scaling on all of our weapons and gives us 5 of the most important stat. So amazing find for this character. We will buy a screwdriver as well. So here we get to do a little bit of math. So if I buy this level 2 screwdriver, we go from a level 2 to a level 3, which means that the level 3 is worth 3 mines every 18 seconds. The level 2 is worth 2 mines every 18 seconds, right? So by buying this, we would upgrade to upgrade from 5 to 6. We would upgrade 1 mine every 18 seconds. If I combine these two level 2s or level 3s into a level 4, then that goes from 6 to 6, right? Because that's mine neutral. It goes from 6 seconds to 3 seconds. So we get 6 mines every 18 seconds with the level with the 2 level 3s or with 1 level 4. And then we add 2 more. So we could either go from 5 to 6 or from 6 to 8. So we're going to go ahead and combine to a level 4 and grab a level 2 screwdriver. Here I'm going to pick up a helmet, and that's it. Actually, for 9, I think I can reroll. Buy a recycling machine. There is still a bunch of cases where you just want more level 3 screwdrivers, just because the weapon damage of each of them is improved. So landmine frequency isn't the only thing that you care about on the screwdriver, but upgrading to level 4 gives you more landmines overall. So usually it's the right choice for that weapon. More curse. Killing the curse aliens is massive, because Black Flag is an absolutely busted item, and it's just giving us an absurd amount of money already. Oh, can we get this guy? Nice. Picked off the loot alien there. And you can see here, we made 570 plus 100, so we made like 700 materials. That's like 200 more than a good wave 10 normally is. So amazing. You can see just how incredible Black Flag is already. We have 14 dodge already. I'll take the feather. That's going to boost my dodge. And do I want the XP gain here? Losing luck, still pretty bad. But with 22% XP gain, I think we can take that. I'll definitely take the banner as well. Attack speed and range are both good. Losing knockback does hurt for an engineering build, because knockback can help keep you alive on engineering builds. The way that knockback works on PC, it's different on mobile, unfortunately, is that the knockback always pulls the enemy directly away from your character. So if you're a construct build, then it can suck enemies away from you when your constructs hit them. So losing knockback is actually a real penalty for this character, whereas it wouldn't be for almost any other character, but still worth it to boost our attack speed. Take the armor here, and then more attack speed, or do I get my luck back to positive? I think I'll just get my luck back to positive. I had to step away for a few minutes there because I got a phone call that I had to take, but hopefully will not throw me off my groove too much. Here, we're going to pick up the recycling machine. This is nice because it's right on time for the elite. Recycling machine is especially good when you're going to get a red item, because if you get a red item you don't want, then it'll basically immediately pay back the cost of the recycling machine and then just be worth more money as you continue in future to find items you don't want. We'll take the helmet and the muscly dude here. Although this is not worth very much damage, we do just want to boost our HP before we fight an elite. This is kind of the point in the game where things are most dangerous when we're fighting the Wave 11 elite, so I really want to make sure I have the defensive stats to survive through it. Small fish I will pick up. We are going to roll again. Lure, I think because because we are an engineering build, we could probably kill the lure. The question is, do I want the bean teacher here? That's a lot of economy, and so basically I could take bean teacher, or I could take lure plus one other item, like the broken mouth or something. I do want more regeneration, but I think I'm going to get greedy here and buy the bean teacher. Getting that many levels just seems fun. So we're going to try to survive the elite. I'm just going to run away from it. I don't really want to try to fight it right now. With only 6 regeneration, while we do have the damage to potentially kill it, maybe I'll start looking at hitting it once I've gotten a few like consumables on the field to heal back up quickly. But right now our healing is very poor, so I don't want to commit to fighting this elite, and then have it just kill me without my being able to heal through its incoming damage. Yeah, looks like we don't have the damage to kill it, or don't have the damage to kill it safely. If I could have started focusing it right from the beginning, we definitely would have been able to kill it, but it would have been a lot less safe, and you really want to make the decision right away as to whether you're going to fight the elite or not, and then just commit to that decision. So halfway through, I was like, maybe we could have fought it, but we'd already committed to not fighting it, so really important to stick with that decision and not chase after it, take a bunch of damage, and die. With only 6 regens, just too dangerous. We'll take the treasure map here, for sure, and alien tongue I'll pick up. We have decent consumable healing, so alien tongue is a great way to increase our healing. As well, of course, we are leaving a lot of materials on the ground. Take 6 HP, and then... Wow, this is a good chop. 2 armor or 20 attack speed. I'm going to take the attack speed, though. That's massive for our screwdrivers. Take the lure, beanie, and broken mouth, and then roll. Hunting trophy, we have a lot of crit chance, actually. So, like, our weapons crit 30% or 45% of the time. So, hunting trophy is pretty good here. Little frog, I do want to build dodge, but the harvesting is still useful at this point. 3% damage from the head injury, I don't think is worth 63, so I'll roll past that. We'll take the turret, metal detector for sure, and schmoop for sure as well. All right, so now I would say we're in great shape. We've got great economy with our Black Flag hunting trophy and very high harvesting. We have pretty good defensive stats. All we need at this point is like 10 or 20 more regeneration, and I think this run is, I don't want to say fully in the bag, but we'll have accomplished everything we need in order to make a smooth run to the end, as long as I don't mess up too hard. Construct attack speed would be really nice as well, but not required for us to find. I would say the only hard requirement for this run is just more regeneration. Even then we can win without it, but it just is required to make it a smooth victory. More luck is nice as well. As you can see, a lot of our healing is coming from consumables, so more luck would increase our healing significantly. Bat, I'm going to recycle. Baby squid, I'll take this. This is a lot of regen, and we have a ton of level ups because we have 107% XP gain and are getting more all the time. Metal does sting a little to take the metal because we have now a hunting trophy, so losing 4 crit chance is definitely a downside, but still metal is just super good. Take some luck here. Lighthouse is only worth 7 engineering at the moment. This is an item that will decrease in value a lot over time, and might even end up costing me engineering. So I'm going to recycle it. 112 for 7 engineering is great right now, but I don't want to be in a position where I have to pass on constructs. You could definitely take the lighthouse there, and I don't think it would be a mistake, but I'm just going to get as greedy as possible. I'm going to roll here, and we will take some more armor. And then 4 regen is perfect. That plus the schmoop, now suddenly our regeneration is a lot better. Take a metal detector also. I've already got a lot of pickup range, so I could take the alien tongue. We'd get to 0 knockback as well. I think for 67, this is worth it. There you go. That time I paused the recording before I sneezed, so I didn't destroy everyone's eardrums. We're going to take the fish hook and the knot. Of course, I'm not going to take... It would be still pretty good, but I hate this item so much. Let's roll here. Blood donation. Losing HP is a real downside for this character. We only have 13 regen, but this is a lot of harvesting, so I'm going to take it. We currently gain 1 HP per more than 1 second. So as long as you have 10 or more regeneration, as long as you're gaining more than 1 health a second, you can buy Weird Ghost and Blood Donation at the same time. We don't need to do that here, but I'm going to anyways, just because it's fun. Roll here, and Scared Sausage we don't want. I'll take the Alien Worm now. We have some consumable healing, and we do want more regeneration. It's pretty important to get bonus regen for us now, because we have this Blood Donation, which is basically giving us -10. Saltwater, I'm actually going to roll past, and I'll roll again here. Garden is going to be pretty nice. Ball and Chain, our weapons do attack faster than that already, but I'm going to lock the Ball and Chain, because if we get it cursed from the fish hook, then maybe we'll buy it. So you can see there, we regained our hit point before we took a hit. I'm going to run away from that blobfish until I've healed up just a little bit, because I don't want the lampreys to spawn on top of me and instantly kill me there. And I did actually take a hit from them, so that turned out to be a wise decision, because my dodging was bad. Obviously, I shouldn't buy the Weird Ghost in that spot, because it's just getting greedy, but... And for something that doesn't matter that much, we don't really need max HP at this point. But I just like doing it to demonstrate the Weird Ghost HP regen thing, and because it's fun. Suddenly, this wave was a lot more exciting than it would have been otherwise. But if your goal is only to maximize win rate and not to drive YouTube comment engagement, then you shouldn't buy the Weird Ghost there. Here I'm going to... I could take Crit Chance. It's good for our hunting trophy. I think I will just do that, and we'll pick up some attack speed as well. Okay, the Starfish and the Garden both got cursed, but not the Ball and Chain, so we're not going to buy Ball and Chain, but we're pretty happy to buy the Cursed Starfish and Cursed Garden. Reroll here. Peaceful Bee I will take. Black Belt, we don't need more XP gain at this point, so let's roll. Plastic Explosive, obviously great. Increasing explosion size is enormous when you have landmines as your main weapon here. Take the Screwdriver, still pass on Injection and roll again. Cursed Tentacle, yes. Peaceful Bee I'll lock, and I'm going to lock the Mastery as well. We'll buy it if it gets cursed, and if it doesn't, we probably won't. Taking a lot of hits here, actually. I need to be a little careful, and this is why I said we needed more regeneration. You could also, of course, have passed the blood donation there, and that would have been totally fine. And again, if your goal is just to guarantee winning Danger 5, you probably should pass blood donation there, because lowering your regen by 10 is just not worth it for the 40 harvesting. But it's such a fun item to be able to take and just get max greedy that we're grabbing it anyways. Especially because this run has all of the income sources now. We've got tons of harvesting, we have Starfish, we have Hunting Trophy, we have Black Flag, so we're making a ton of money every wave. I'm going to roll here. I'll take 6% damage. Our percent damage is quite low, and then we're just going to take 3 more regeneration. Take a Cursed Tentacle, a Peaceful Bee, Mastery we didn't get. I'm going to pick up the Goldfish because it costs 69 materials, so it's just too nice to pass up. And Focus, this is 15% damage. That's actually more percent damage than we'll be able to find in most other circumstances, so we're going to pick up the Focus. We're going to go ahead and get another level 4 Screwdriver and buy a medal as well, and then we're going to go fight the Elite. So there's a case where you might actually want to level your screwdrivers more evenly, because maximizing landmines isn't the main goal here. We actually want to maximize our weapon attack damage when we're fighting the elite, but I also just want as many mines as possible. Okay, I need to be careful here because I'm taking a lot of... I took a lot of hits. This is the hardest elite to fight, so unfortunately, because I took all this early damage, we're going to have to just back off and not try to kill it. Our damage is decent, but not amazing, and this elite is very dangerous, especially once you start getting low. So, need to be quite careful about it. Taking too many hits here. Will I pay for my hubris? Find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Looks like the answer is no. All right, we did it. We are definitely taking the alloy. The engineering is good. The crit chance is good. Losing dodge is bad, but all the other stats we want. Here, I could take more engineering. I'm going to reroll, and we'll take more regeneration. And then 12 dodge is not bad either. So we're up to 30% dodge. The silver bullet, that can help us kill the elites much faster in future. And, of course, we're going to take the Cursed Cauldron and the turret. Roll again. Lumberjack shirt is nice with our pocket factory. Cursed wheat is pretty good as well. So we'll lock the lumberjack shirt, lock the compass. Hopefully we get one of those two items cursed as well. You can see that the decisions that we made to make the run more exciting have done so. So we had a couple 10th rounds, the last couple rounds. And obviously I could have chickened out and not taken the blood donation, but what fun is that? Some form of piercing shot for our turrets would be pretty nice as well. That would be a pretty big deal for this character. Especially because we have the pocket factory, so we're generating a lot of bonus turrets on the map. Go ahead and kill some curse aliens to maximize the number of cursed enemies that spawn. There's a loot alien over there, but I wasn't able to catch up to it in time. The laser turret's a really nice one. Fairy, 20 regeneration. This basically solves every problem we have with this character. 134 for the barnacle is definitely worth it. We're getting a lot of levels here, so we get a bonus here as well. Do I take just some engineering, or do I roll for something else? I think we can do better. Roll one more time. I'm going to take the 8% dodge here, because getting to dodge cap will actually help this character out a lot. Unfortunately, neither item got cursed, but they're still very good to buy, so we will. Take the glasses, that's worth a regen, and it's a cursed item. You should usually just buy those. Book and boxing glove, I will grab the charcoal. It's worth 1/4 of a damage for all of our weapons. It's probably still worth it. Just buying more regeneration is so good. Cursed screwdriver is really nice, of course, as is lure. Then we will roll past that. I'm going to take the ugly tooth. That can help us kill elites a little faster. Combining the screwdriver to a curse level 3, and so this one spawns every 3 seconds. We'll take another screwdriver. I'm going to pass on the bowler hat because it's already pretty late in the run, and another cursed screwdriver. So here I could combine these two to get one that spawns every 2 seconds, so that is worth it. We're just going to get a curse level 4, and then we'll take a curse level 2, lock the weird food, lock the laser turret, roll one more time to see if we can lock anything else, or a fish hook. And we can, in fact, lock a screwdriver and a scarf, both of which are pretty nice. Those cursed weapons will let us, plus the silver bullet that we found, will definitely let us kill the elite, so we're going to focus on just doing that this wave. Move around it in a circle here. You can just hold still against this elite and it will never shoot you. But, of course, that makes you a little more vulnerable to the other enemies. So if you just move in a very small circle, that's the easiest way to not get hit by anything when fighting that elite. But because it fires its shots like 20 degrees ahead and behind the player, it will never hit you if you just stay still next to it. when it's in its second phase where it's motionless in the middle there. At this point, we have enough regeneration, we can just sort of run around tanking everything, charging into the middle, killing all these blobfish, and surviving very easily. Oh, that loot alien got away from me. I didn't see it there. ST's couch, of course, we're recycling. This is why the recycling machine is so good. We're going to recycle celery tea at this point. Hedgehog, this is 58 for 1 melee damage, effectively. That's probably still worth it. Bean Teacher, we're recycling. Coil's pretty nice at this point. We have actually repaired our knockback, and so can use it, and then we'll take a head injury here as well. A reroll, because I think we can do better. Rerolling again. Yes, we will take the regen over the armor here, and the dodge is perfect, getting us almost to dodge cap. Although only one of these items got cursed, we're still going to buy all of them. And then I'm going to reroll here. Go ahead and upgrade our cursed screwdriver and buy another level 1. We'll take a tree. Missile for 5% damage. That's not terrible. Even small percent damage increases are worth a lot when your percent damage is this low. But I think I'm still going to roll past it because I think we can do better. We will take a reinforced steel, garden, and lemonade, and then roll. Cursed celery tea. This is 100% enemy health or XP gain during the next wave. I think we can take that. We'll take the celery tea and the metal, unlock a cog, and then roll. And then we will lock all of these items for our fishhook. So one thing that's kind of fun about this run is you can see how even small decisions can really impact how a run feels. The second I made a couple decisions designed to make the run more exciting, we went from cruising to victory on every wave to actually struggling on a couple waves. So those suboptimal decisions, even though it was just like 2 purchases, really changed the quality of the run. That's one of the great things about this game is even very, very small mistakes can have a really strong impact on how the run feels and how it plays out. Now, those mistakes were on purpose, but having to think through that stuff in order to get the game to work the way that you want it to, I think is the really interesting thing about Brotato. Yeah, I'll take another treasure map here. Getting to a 3rd treasure map seems good. Even this late, that's maybe worth an item, and that's fine. We'll take a leather vest. 8% dodge gets me to dodge cap, which is awesome. And then let's take some more regeneration. And some more max HP. The cog got cursed, which is excellent. We'll take a screwdriver and a tentacle and broken mouth, and then roll. Stone skin, I have plenty of max HP, so we don't need the stone skin. Don't really need the goat skull either. Definitely taking a lure. Gonna roll here. Mouse, of course, we'll take, and another screwdriver. This one has a mine every 3 seconds, so yeah, upgrading to a mine every 2 seconds is really nice. Gonna lock the campfire, I think. Actually, I don't really want either of these items, even if they get cursed, so let's roll. We'll lock a fishhook, we'll lock a screwdriver. Those are both much better finds. Black Flag is just so good. We just made thousands of materials from it this game. It is, in terms of power level, so if you could choose any single item to start the run with, Black Flag is the one that would most improve your chance of winning that run. So, not counting cost or likelihood of finding it, Black Flag is the best item in the game, I think. Maybe Anvil if you're actually starting the run with it, but just considering, like, the actual effect of the item, Black Flag has the most powerful effect of an item in the game. It's just such an unbelievable amount of money that you get from that item. Yeah, we'll take a weird ghost here just for fun, because we have 80 regeneration, so it's safe. And I'll take a bait as well. Weird Ghost and bait. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? We'll take a plant. Night Goggles. I'm going to grab this also. We actually do want more crit chance to help kill the elites a little faster. And then 5% damage is probably pretty good, and just more regeneration. Take a Cursed Fish Hook. That's kind of fun. It's not good here because we're just going into wave 20, but it is fun. Then we will upgrade our screwdriver, buy a campfire. I'll buy padding as well. That's 15 HP, which is a lot. Then we will keep rolling and roll again. Warrior helmet is great. Handcuffs. I don't really care about 4 melee damage. I will take 1 regen off the boiling water. And we'll take a landmines. Hunting trophy, unfortunately, too late. We'll take a mushroom and a pencil and a small fish and roll. Take a garden and a butterfly. And we are going to go fight the bosses. And of course, I have bought a lot of items that make this a little harder. So, you know, need to play this opener a little carefully because we have the bait and the weird ghost. Engineer is, I would say, not the easiest run on Abyssal Terrors, because construct builds, just engineering builds in general, are a little harder on this map. But Engineer with a, like, Wave 10 Black Flag is a very easy run. So I have gotten a little bit silly this run because our economy items were just so powerful that we were way ahead of where we needed to be in order to win this run. And there we go. We have defeated both bosses. And that was a great run. I mean, that was just a really sick run. Obviously carried by the super early Black Flag worth 850 materials. It's actually lower than I thought it would be. I guess we didn't get that many increased enemy spawns until later. But, and I didn't find, like, a ton of curse super early, but the obviously 900 materials off of an item that early is still ridiculous. Our treasure maps were also really good this game. We made 10 free items off the treasure maps, so incredible value there. Bag was worth 390, so really good there, even if we only found 1. All of these extra turrets and stuff were amazing. Spyglass was worth 200 materials, so getting it that early from a box, it ended up being worth quite a bit. So the Spyglass actually paid off very well. Some of that was because this is a super high economy run, so we were re-rolling a lot more than most runs would. So we get more value from Spyglass than most runs, but it still did very well for us. Celery Tea was nice. We ended up level 34. Pocket Factory, of course, was great. 250 healing on the tentacles. Let's see. 310 on the recycling machine, so it paid off. It wasn't like the most impressive recycling machine, but it was fine. 260 on the hunting trophy. Hunting trophy actually didn't work out super well. We didn't find pile of books, so our constructs weren't critically hitting, so we had a lot fewer chances to generate money from this than most characters would. 15 regen from the baby squid is great. 200 from the metal detector. We had so many economy items. We just had every good economy item. Barnacle, we got a ton of extra stats from, more levels from the cursed celery teas. So overall, this run we were just rolling in money, and we turned that into a fairly straightforward victory. As always, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.